Trend that we have seen in last couple of years, which is very interesting one, is the increasing use of psychometric in SME and Indian promoter-led businesses. So earlier, this concept was used by only MNCs, and that too when it was a mandate given by the headquarters. But in last couple of years, we have seen that in Indian organization they have started exploring this science, especially where second and third generation has stepped into the business, and they want more structure in their hiring process. So they don't want to go by the traditional methods by just seeing the skill and experience of the individual, but they want to have a holistic approach around it. They want to see the individual in a more objective way. They want to see what are the core competencies, what are the natural working styles, natural leadership styles that person is bringing on the table. Second interesting thing which we have seen in last, I would say, 1 year post COVID, is the increasing use of cognitive assessment. So I want to specify here that cognitive assessment is not about the intelligence, it's not about the IQ, it's about the learning agility. So learning agility is basically how quick a person is able to learn new things at workplace, and how quickly that person is able to adapt in a new business dynamics. Especially post COVID, where organizations have altogether a different business strategy. They want people who are highly agile, who can adapt to the new business dynamics quickly, especially in a startup space. So we work with a lot of startups, and because for startups the things are different. They don't have a time horizon of 2 decades to establish themselves as a business, but they have a very specific time period, and they want people who are high on cognitive levels so that they can adapt themselves quickly in a startup environment. Another trend which is very interesting is in the space of EQ, which is also called emotional intelligence. And many organizations are using this for their managers and above positions, senior leaders, with the help of EQ based assessments, followed by some EQ based leadership trainings. And the idea is basically first to understand your own emotions, understanding the team with whom you're working, and most of the time these people are handling situations. So to handle the situations in a more effective and a more objective way. So these are the few things which we have seen in last couple of years as being trendsetters in the organization, whether it MNCs, SMEs, or startups. Interesting piece actually. So whenever we talk about psychometric assessments, it generally comes under the umbrella of HR people. So HR using psychometric to hire the right people and put them into the right role. But the question comes here is, these are the people whom you have hired very objectively after a very structured hiring process. They are eventually working with the managers, with the line managers, who absolutely don't have any idea that who is coming in their team. Again, they have to start from the scratch and to build their own understanding in a more subjective way what this person is. So ideally, if we will say, the psychometric piece is just 30 to 40% for the HR people, and rest 60% to 70% is for the line managers, because these are the people who are working on a daily basis with these people. And it is very important for them, for the line managers, first to understand them, and then to understand the people with whom they are working, because these are the line managers who will retain the best talent that you have hired and will get best out of them. So best performance will come when these managers will keep them motivated and will understand what this person is and what are the competencies or natural working styles this person is bringing on the table. So uh, the research also says that people join organizations but they leave their managers. So this is a very very important piece. And if you will see, the good thing is there are many good tools available, and the reports are so simple. so that a layman who is a line manager, even without having a deep understanding about psychometric, about behavioral science, they can use the reports in a very objective way to understand, how to get work done from different people in their teams, how to keep their team motivated, and how to have a handle the team diversity. As far as possible, use one assessment tool throughout the organization, because this is where everybody will speak a common language. Or you can use additional tools for the senior leaders to have a better understanding about their traits. So you can add on the assessments, but it's not advisable to have different tools at different levels. The reason is psychometric is just a methodology. It's bringing you some data, but the idea is to use this data in different applications in your organization. And it actually needs a lot of time and effort for the people, be it the HR people or the leaders or the line managers, to develop a good understanding about that psychometric piece. So it's a very broad term. Psychometric is a very broad term. To understand the layers inside the psychometric, one needs to undergo the trainings, hand holding, understanding the reports, different applications. So until unless you will not have a common language, it's very difficult to communicate effectively. Like we talked about line managers and team members. If the line manager is having a different piece of assessment for their own selves, and team members are going through some different assessment, then obviously a line manager who is having a lot of things to do, it's not only psychometric which he's going to understand, so he will not be able to understand those things about his team members, and this is where he will not be able to drive any impact in the organization. So I would relate it with HRIS. Like we use HRIS, common HRIS software in the organization for at all the levels. So psychometric is not a different piece, than any other software which you are using in the organization. So it should be a common language which everybody is speaking. And what you can do is, for senior leaders, you can add, some more additional assessments like EQ or, cognitive or, skill based to, dwell a lot, inside the personality. And there are a lot of tools present these days who are like designed, which are designed in a way that they help organizations right from hiring to developmental needs, succession planning, designing the teams. So when we have these kind of tools available, it's not advisable to use different pieces at different places. So that's what my take, on this piecemeal approach. Very interesting, because most of the time in India, organizations are choosing psychometric basis the cost factor involved in it. But I would say, rather than using cheap assessments, don't use anything, because it's very, very misleading. So there are many factors which one should consider, at the time of selecting a psychometric assessment for your organization. And the first and the most important one is the reliability and validity. Reliability talks about the consistency in the results. Validity talks about the accuracy. And the best way to evaluate any psychometric is to try it for yourself. Don't do pilots for the candidates, because you cannot resonate the information with the candidate. But when you try it for your own self, you will be able to see, one is the accuracy, how much you will be able to resonate with the results. Are these results actionable? Because I would say psychometric is like astrology. Whatever the information you will see, it will be like, wow, very interesting. It's not interesting. So you should see that whether this information is objective information and actionable information or not. So that should be the one criteria while selecting any psychometric for your organization. And second, which is even more important, when I talk to prospect clients, and the first question they ask me is, can you customize the assessment for us? And I would say, don't fall for customizations, because whenever any psychometric piece is designed, there is hell lot of research, reliability, validity studies goes around it, and it takes years to build an assessment piece. And whenever you will say, that customize assessment for us, or the vendor is saying that we will customize this for you, always be aware that the reliability and validity, which are the two important factors, will come at a stake, because once you customize that, you cannot do a validity or reliability studies around it. So this is a very, very important piece, other than the cost factors and other things which are present, but this is the top priority while choosing any psychometric assessment. So actually, most of the time, organizations use this piece for a handful of leaders or handful of managers. And while working for so many years in telecom sector, pharma sector, retail chains, fast food chains, and FMCG, where most of the population is lying, 80% of the population is a frontline salespeople, or your showroom guys, or your retail store guys, who are actually carrying the brand in themselves. So when a customer enters the showroom, these are the people who actually introduces your brand to the outside world. And we really need to see whether this person is a warm, welcoming person, altruist person, service orientation, because these are the factors which you cannot teach anyone. These are the personality traits which can be identified by using psychometric. You can make these people understand about the product. You can take them through several trainings. uh, you can make them understand about the sales process. In fact, you can give them the script, but you cannot tell them how to connect with the customer, because the most important communication is your body language, is your tonality, and your tonality, which never comes from your sales cycle or the training piece. So that is the reason it is very important to get this piece done for your frontliners or your retail store guys, because this is where you will get increase in your top line, and will get right people in place. And I very well understand that why this piece is missing is because of the cost associated, because there is a myth that whenever we start using this for all of the people, and with respect to the salary packages that they are getting, this psychometric piece is very expensive. But the good news is that there are systems available. When we help organizations, we give them liberty to use this science as an unlimited package. This is where they will get the impact. This is where they will get a change in the culture of the organization. And that is why it is very, very important to get it done for, right from their frontline managers to retail store heads to managers to senior people. So yeah, that it is. So getting ROI done is a no-brainer in case of psychometric assessments, just by not hiring one wrong fit or hiring one right fit will give you the ROI. What research says is basically the attrition cost is actually minimum 50% of the annual salary package of one individual. Now, generally, when we see at a attrition cost, when we look at this, we see about a hiring cost, getting to the consultant, getting the hiring done. But we most of the time we ignore the opportunity cost that we have missed when you have got a wrong hire during the period that person was inactive, and all the opportunity that you have missed. Again, you will get a new person, and you will get him onboarded, get him trained. Again, this period is a honeymoon period for that person and will not be really productive in the role. So this entire time period where you have missed upon the business or the opportunity during this period is actually where we calculate the attrition cost. And especially in case of senior leaders, it can be up to 300% of the annual package of that person. And together with this time and effort of the management which they are putting in terms of hiring, interviewing, decision making, onboarding that person, this is altogether different things. But if in a monetary terms, we will say it's much higher. So recently, when we were working with a SME client, they hired two CFOs in a time span of 18 months. Both of them quit the organization, and when they back calculated, they lost 2.5 CR on just one position. And basis psychometric, these people were actually not a fit for their organization, because sometimes it's not that about the person, it's about the need of your organization. So this is a very simple, so we have some attrition calculators also, attrition cost. So I would really happy to share if somebody wants to get it calculated for your own organization. So but it's very simple to calculate the ROI. Just with the one right high, you can get the ROI out of the use of the psychometric assessment.